pocket at the 27-yard line. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass.
Coaching. Pause. You have 5 options. Entering depth chart. T. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 2. Entering pause. Entering play.
Down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. So the Utah Utes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
The gift to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On third and long, try to convert through the air.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And the sack. All the way back at the 5. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Entering play call formation. There are 6 categories. There are 2 subcategories. Coach suggestions.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in score.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The inside handoff. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Well, it's plays like that that help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness. Right
back to him on the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Utes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The give from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to play the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give out of the gun. Keeps the legs moving. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Using his legs at Stanley. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Categories.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame.
Entering paused screen, you have 13 options. Coaching is selected. Resume. Entering
couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann, they'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent, he's got accuracy, and because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires it incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough team.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
RPO alert X. Corner flood. Coach drag curl. Tricks cash. Shock H option.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. A new set of downs after the completion. Caught over the middle. It's Gilbert.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Entering play. Tap. AHD dive.
Second and short now after that completion.
Backs protect.
The give on the inside. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
You see all this
there are 8
movement in
categories.
football now. All the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this
suggestions.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Throws his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Running it back, it's Young. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Power ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Wild. Go. Norm. Power out. AHB split. AHB split out.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Let's go. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
And he'll be smacked to the ground. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Formation. Abilities. Coaching. Pause. You have 5 options. Depth chart is selected. Entering play call.
Making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up.
You have 12 options. Cover 1 hole is selected.
Drops the ball right in his hands.
Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 3 options. Return
The kickoff
left to
team
select.
lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Running it back, it's Payne.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Notre Dame
You have
has the
15
ball and ready to
options.
get moving. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding
Entering play call,
And it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Contact RPO red Y flat.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
This time it's complete. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job in zone coverage and in man, and he's showing his coaching staff he's got pretty good ball skills too.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. That's caught. It's Riley. Nice, solid forward tackle from this sophomore. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yards you can and help out the offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll start this drive with a pass. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown, they cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Entering pause screen, you have 5 options.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Takes the handoff. It's Stanley. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
Entering player coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. He'll start this drive firing. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. On 1st and 10 from the 38. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Price. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than could...
And he's thrown another interception. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Quickly complete. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Fires to the right. And it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative playing safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
There's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in such a change situation and get you the football back.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And they get the sack right out of the gate. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Notre Dame always comes up with these kind of backers, guys like Bobby Golick who just find their way to the football. 2nd tackle for loss there.
And I just think of physical, smart, tough guys that are right in the middle of the defense, that are firing and shooting through gaps and understanding what's coming, getting in the backfield, making big plays.
The Utes send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter.
Entering play call formation, there are 8 categories.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Gets it out quickly. Makes the grab and he's dragged down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get it.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always the system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tap that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Return inside zone.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go right back to the run. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
FP inside.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. No hesitation on that call, but no reason not to go for it on 4th and inches.
We're bigger than you, we're tougher than you, we're stronger than you, and we're going to get a push, and they did it right there.
Backs protect.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. It's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
15 options, pad attempt is selected.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 21 to Texas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Rose. Gets rid of it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Utes decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for a block. It's Young. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here come the Irish back on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse. And the ball's on the ground. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Man, I can't do...
Entering pause. Challenge play is selected.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
Enter Tash.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Fires downfield. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
Max protect.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, give on the inside. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if... And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Grab behind the line. It's Stanley. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Utes are in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Up tempo for the offense.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pads. You tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if he just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield, it's Rose. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Utes want to crank the tempo. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. this game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now,
entering
get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose,
middle slant.
go pad some stats, get some more catches, get some more rush yards, if that's your thing.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need one more yard. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this weekend showdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Cover 3.
Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line.
Split post curls. Winged from a player. From go to play. Option. All curl.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll throw it on 1st down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. There is time on the clock. If there's time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, you can't just take a knee. You take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Rushing. Blocking. Receiving. Defensive. Play. Tackle. QB sacks 9.0. QB sacks 9. QB sacks 0.5. Interception 0. Tackles for loss 2. Tackles for loss 3. Entering post. Return to HUD. Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. Team stats record season stats. Entering season stats spreadsheet screen. Rushing. Name J Price. Name J receiving. Name and Roach. Name J name J Larson. Name C J Larson. Name C Fuller. Name J Larson. Name C name J name and Roach. Defense. So tackles 56. QB sacks 26.0. QB sacks 3. QB sacks 16.0. QB sacks 2. QB interception 0. Entering coach and yes. Entering game mode screenplay now is selected.